Today at Star Wars Celebration Orlando, the team behind Battlefront II blew out their brand new big, bold game in a jaw-dropping fashion, and we've got you covered with the top 7 epic new things you need to know about Star Wars Battlefront II. What's up, everybody? It's GhostRobo, and I really loved Battlefront 1. But trust me, I'm fully aware they withheld a lot. No single player, limited options, a small section of the Star Wars lore. Luckily, it seems like Battlefront 2 is rectifying just about all of that, and that's why we're talking the top 7 epic new things about Star Wars Battlefront 2. And we'll start off with a simple one, but one that I feel is still important, and that is number 7, that hot new box art. Boy, oh boy, did they crush this box art. It looks incredible. You've got that epic battle scene down below, and then a trio of characters, Rey, Darth Maul, and Iden Versio, the new single-player heroine, in the forefront. I love that it's immersing the eras. I love that we've got some good, some bad, and I really love that they have found a way to capture the vibe and the overall epic feel of Star Wars. The first game had a box art that featured a giant walker and a little guy, but I like here that they're bringing the heroes and the villains to the forefront. I think this is one of the most stunning box art of the year, and typically publishers of this size drop the ball on this sort of thing, but they crushed it. And then the deluxe box art is cool as well, featuring a zoomed in view of the helmet of Iden Versio, just like Battlefront 1's deluxe box art had that stormtrooper up close. This game is going to look incredible on store shelves November 17th. At number 6, we have the fact that this is the biggest Battlefront yet. When I talked about how the first new Battlefront kind of felt lacking, kind of withheld, kind of felt incomplete, that is not the case with Battlefront 2. They're giving you all the eras of Star Wars. They are giving you multiplayer. They are giving you single player. They are giving you a rebuilt space combat system, which we'll touch on in a second. They're giving you all sorts of characters, all sorts of locales. This game is going to be huge, and I feel like we will all feel like we experienced the real scope of Star Wars in this game, whereas Battlefront 1 was more of a taste, more of a limited offering. It felt very, very calculated and gamey. It looks like Battlefront 2 is going to be our Star Wars dream. At number 5, no season pass. EA talked about how they did not want to segment and break up the player base this time around, so there won't be a season pass. And I know that that's a big annoyance for a lot of gamers in today's day. You don't want to deal with a season pass where you feel required to drop an extra $30 or $40 to experience the full game. Now, there will be microtransactions of some sort. They say they've got a cool system, so hopefully we put our faith on them to really deliver on that front, and it won't be something that's offensive, but at least they are eliminating the season pass. No need for you to drop extra money to feel a part of the full game. You're going to get it all right from the get-go. Number 4 is brand new space combat and a renewed focus on the stars above. They have employed Criterion, who they say has a deep history of creating some of gaming's fastest and most intuitive vehicles, and they're building space combat from the ground up with better handling, better weapons, better customization. They even say that you'll be able to take customizable character progression across not only heroes and villains and troopers, but also your starfighters as well. So it looks like this is going to really improve on the kind of okay space flying that was in the first new Battlefront. I thought it was decently fun, but it felt very automated. It didn't feel like you had a whole bunch of control, and it really wasn't giving us that epic feeling we'd expect from flying through the skies of Star Wars. So hopefully Criterion can come through in the clutch with a refined space combat system and really give us the feeling of TIE fighters whirring past X-Wings, all sorts of Star Destroyers, big ships, small ships, new ships, old ships, and Iden Versio with her TIE fighter prowess leading the charge. At number 3, we have movie tie-in ability, the fact that we'll be able to play as the people we see on the big screen. The 2015 Battlefront did not offer us really any opportunity to play as the characters we fell in love with in Episode 7, but now, right before Episode 8, we're getting Battlefront 2, and you'll get to go toe-to-toe with Kylo Ren, with Rey, with the locations, with the environments, with the feel of the new trilogy. And I think that's super important. It was a huge, huge missing part of the last Battlefront, and one that I'm so glad they've chose to include here, because now you'll play Battlefront on November 17th, go see The Last Jedi on December 15th, and then rush back home and play as all those characters and relive those moments from the comfort of your own console. At number 2, we have the inclusion of a single-player campaign and a very interesting, unique perspective. This is so awesome. They're adding the much requested, much wanted single player campaign, but not just that, they're giving us a very intriguing and engaging new character. Iden Versio is an Imperial soldier. She's the leader of the Inferno Squadron, an elite group of Imperial special forces. She's looking to avenge the Emperor. So they are letting us play as the Empire, as the bad guys, but framing it in a way that it still seems heroic, and finally giving us that side of the story, which I think is incredibly interesting, and they're doing it in a canonical way, which is huge. It adds so much gravitas to the plot, to the cutscenes, to the character. The fact that this is official, and it is taking place between episodes 6 and 7, which is a great place to have a story, and I just love that they've given us a female lead in an interesting role, and a storyline that is going to showcase a different side of Star Wars than we typically get in the Jedi-friendly movies. Hopefully they're able to deliver a campaign that walks the line perfectly between epic big scope battles and intimate linearity. It also states you'll be playing as Luke and Kylo, which sounds crazy, so hopefully we have amazing cinematic moments to drive forth this new aspect of Star Wars Battlefront. And at number 1, all 3 eras. People have been wondering for quite some time what EA would do with Battlefront 2. We got 1 era last time. Would we get just 7 and 8 this time around? Or maybe the prequels? Instead, EA goes all out and gives us 3 freaking eras, which to me is the most exciting part because it encompasses so much. You can have environments, locations, planets from all 3 eras. You can have characters, ships, and weapons from all 3 eras. And then you can have interaction, mixing and matching, competition, and combat between all 3 eras. They throw up Darth Maul, Yoda, Rey, Luke, Kylo in the trailer, and you can only imagine how many more will be included. I cannot wait to play as this smorgasbord of Star Wars best, and I love the fact that they did not decide to limit this game. They did not decide to withhold and make this a 1 era or even 2 era affair, but instead give us all the Star Wars goodness, and that is why I think this game will be so darn good. The 6 reasons above are all new features or factors that contribute to making Battlefront 2 a better version of Battlefront 1, but the fact that they have dropped all 3 eras ensures that this is going to be a massive game with a massive focus and a massive amount of content. I love that. I love that we're going to get to play as all of our favorites, and I love that it is inclusive. No matter which movies, no matter which eras you like best, you get to play as them, and you get to play as a part of them, and you get to experience them in Star Wars Battlefront 2. So let me know in the comments down below which one of these 7 is your favorite new feature, favorite new thing about Battlefront 2. Curious to see where you guys align. Is it the eras? Is it the space combat? Is it the no season pass? Is it the movie tie-in ability? Let me know. Curious to hear. Until that time, everybody, we will keep you up to date on all the latest and greatest from Battlefront 2. I'll be playing it at E3 in just a month and a half's time. Until then, though, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Fantastic day. Drink so much chocolate, and we will see you all later.